Hey guys, Alvaxo here, and welcome to another Total Drama What If. Sorry this took me so long, but winning the vote by 1% was what if Hockey Bros did not get injured. Now, in Cervex and Pains, normally the Hockey Bros would be out in a double elimination, but that's not happening here. So let's say the challenge ended like normal, Millie gets immunity, and everyone else is up for voting. Now what would have happened? Well, in canon, Julia was trying to get people to go after Chase. How was she doing this? Well, she was having Chase annoy Emma. So, Chase annoys Emma, meaning Julia, Emma, Bowie, and most likely the Hockey Bros vote for Chase. And because she convinced him, so does Ripper. Millie and Priya probably still vote for Julia. Z, I don't know what Z votes for most of the time, but I'd say probably Julia for killing the vibes. And I think Chase, I don't know, I think Chase might just vote Priya because why not? But that would leave Chase eliminated. Now that sucks. Chase is one of my favorite characters in Reboot, honestly. But after this challenge, Julia is gonna realize, okay, she might have messed up slightly because Emma and Bowie have the Hockey Bros. That is 4 out of the 9 left. If they want to survive, they gotta vote out one of them. The challenge goes as normal. Julia wins. I don't think the Hockey Bros being here would change. But after the challenge, Julia would go to Ripper, Priya, Millie, and Z and say how those 4 control the game. If they get through to another round, they're a guaranteed Final 4. Now, Priya and Millie would be super like, I don't know about this. I mean, it is Julia after all. Ripper's all for it because it means he's not going home. And Z doesn't really care. Like, Z does whatever. So, they decide, we gotta vote something out. And, you know, very, very close vote. I think the 5 of these guys are able to eliminate Bowie. Now, it was tough for me to decide who they'd vote out, but I do think they would see Bowie as more of a threat. Priya just spent her entire game distracted with Chase, and now that Chase is gone, yeah, she's not as distracted, but that was very recent. While the Hockey Bros are the Hockey Bros. But Bowie's a smart man, and I feel like even this early into the merge, Julia would be able to see this. Paddlefield. This is the B challenge, in which Julia gets a very easy win because the main person she was competing against in Canada was Bowie. Bowie's not here. But what would happen during the challenge? Well, big differences are Emma and the Hockey Bros would probably try and get Z on their side. While Julia, Ripper, and Julia and Ripper are trying to make sure that Millie and Priya don't flip, because obviously they hate Ripper. So it's a very complicated situation where no one really knows where anyone is right now. The main thing, like the only thing that people really know are the Hockey Bros are together and kind of also with Emma. And sadly, Julia is forced to work with Ripper. I mean, Ripper's the only one that's willing to work with her, no matter how much he disgusts her. So, I got votes on out. In which I do think Julia would go to Wayne and Raj, not Emma, and suggest someone to vote out. And I think they take it. You know? And the reason Julia went to specifically the Hockey Bros is because if the Hockey Bros suggest it, it's a lot less suspicious. And the person voted out in a 5 to 2 to 1 vote is Priya. Yep. I think I do think Julia would be able to convince them to vote for Priya. I mean, she's immune. Ripper, while he's the worst, the people going after Ripper are Millie and Priya. These guys don't really have any qualms with Ripper. I mean, based on the reboot, it seems like Wayne and Raj are fine with him. Emma, barely interacts with the guy. But I think everyone would be able to see that Priya is one of the biggest threats in the game. Next challenge, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Wow, that is a title. That is an interesting episode. Because, canonically, only 3 of these guys were here for it. So, gotta figure out when people would jump, if they would. Now, it's honestly tough, but I think Z would probably leave pretty early on. No specific reason, he just kind of got bored. And I do think the Hockey Bros would most likely... I could see Wayne and Raj wanting to try and see if they could do it on the same hole. They both try to jump to each other's and they end up just hitting each other while jumping and falling into the water, which leaves these 4. Now, Millie is working really hard because Priya just got eliminated, and Millie feels like she has to make it up to Priya somehow. Emma is trying to prove her place in the game since Chase got eliminated. Ripper knows he's on the chopping block if he gets out. Julia is basically the same situation as Ripper, except for even more so. And it's a really tough challenge. Ripper will eventually fall, which it just leaves it to the ladies. In which, due to pure determination, honestly, it's kind of hard to commentate these challenges because it's kind of just willpower and balance. The winner is Millie. I do think it's close. I do think Emma is the next fall and it becomes between these 2, but I do think Millie pulls it out in the end. She was having a really strong game in canon, and honestly, if Chase did knock her off, I could see her winning the whole competition. That challenge. Then leads them to the vote. Now, again, we're left with an interesting situation. Team of 3, team of 2, Z, Millie. And here, I see one of 2 things happening. I'm gonna go with what I think is more interesting, which is Julia goes to Millie, and Millie is very standoff, like, Julia, just go away, I don't want to talk. But Julia says that, yeah, you're immune today, but that's not going to last forever, Millie. And you gotta think big picture. Millie says that she doesn't care, she's going to vote for Julia tonight. And Julia says that's a really bad idea. I mean, if she does that, then who are they going to vote out next? I mean, Z's pretty tight with Ripper. The Hockey Bros will never vote for each other, and Emma's with the Hockey Bros, so who would they go for? Which makes Millie consider things. She goes to a confessional, says how she really does want to vote out Julia to avenge Priya, but it's a numbers game. And, I mean, honestly, what are the chances she keeps winning challenges? Not too likely. So at elimination, In a 4-3 vote, Wayne is eliminated. And it's close. It's close. But Wayne is eliminated. The reason it's Wayne is because one of the Hockey Bros has to go. Honestly, like, very clear to even Emma has basically thought about it at this point, how, if it came down to it, the Hockey Bros would protect each other over her. Everyone knows the Hockey Bros are too tight, so one of them had to go, and I think Wayne should be it. Tortoise, rigormortis. Supposed to say rigormortis, not rigorous, but I don't know how to spell. In this challenge, Julia would be feeling at the top of the world. I mean, if she continues her alliance with Ripper and Z, and maybe even Millie, then she's basically got free pass to the end. But if she wants to, she could easily betray one of them right now. I mean, Julia basically just feels invincible at this point. On the other hand, Raj is doing really poorly. He didn't expect to be away from Wayne so soon. Emma's trying to help, but there's not really much she can do. I mean, she's not Wayne. So that means in this challenge, while I do think it's close, I think the same thing would happen as in canon. Emma would almost win, while Julia would win. Which would, one, put heat on Emma, and honestly, I don't think there's anything that anyone can do here. I mean, Raj is not in the mental state after Wayne going to help her. Millie's doing whatever it takes to not be the one voted out, and Julia, I mean, honestly, Julia probably would have targeted like Ripper or something, but I mean, Emma really proved herself this challenge, and it kind of bit her in the ass. Caved by the bell. Okay. So, this challenge, everyone enters cave, right? They're going for coins and all that. And basically, they have to collect, they have to collect coins. And in canon, Julia was able to get a good amount, but Millie got the most. The reason Millie got the most is because she fell. Bitch. I think Millie would be able to do that again. Which means there's a choice to be made. Does everyone gang up on Julia? Do they go after Raj, because he's not in the alliance? Does someone else get out? Well, in the end, in a 4-1 vote, I think Ripper is eliminated. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I know it sounds kind of dumb. Because why? Well, one, Julia hates him. Julia is disgusted by Ripper's existence. Millie hates him. Z doesn't really care who gets voted out. And Raj just happy it's him. Honestly, I think that's just what it comes down to. But the main reason why Julia trying to convince people to vote out Ripper over her is because, I mean, going to a finale with these guys, Julia believes that she would blow them out of the water. Now, finale time. Yes, we have a 4-person finale. Julia, Millie, Z, Raj. Now everyone has to spin a wheel and they get a part. Julia spins, I believe she gets voted. same as how, you know, but we got her in cannon. Millie spins, gets Ripper, like the cannon. Z spins, and this one is tough, because Z had some connections, but like, no one really is like a strong enough connection. So purely because I think it would be funny, I think Axel would be Z's partner here, and Raj would get me, because of it. Now the first part is cutting down the tree, down on Raj. So they'll do that pretty simply, you know. Except for Z, he takes a while, you know, go with the flow. Axel is barking orders at him, telling him to go faster, but Z's just like, chill. We got time. And as he says that they have time, everyone is already on the raft area, and they're still cutting down the tree. While they're sailing through the lava, Julia would try to hurl stuff she brought on her raft at Raj, because, you know, she would see Raj as the biggest competition. Now, Raj wouldn't get hit by it, but he would pick it up and throw it back. But the only problem is he'd miss. Raj misses Julia and hits Millie's raft, which luckily doesn't, you know, destroy it. I mean, they are on lava, but it definitely slows her down a lot. And right as he gets his raft into the lava, Wayne and Julie are the winners of the challenge, making Millie and Z the runners-up. And those two, you know, the final two. But it's alright. Not bad. But in the final challenge, because Total Drama does actually have a canon winner, it goes how the normal canon goes, where both of them end up in the balls of milk and throw up. One of the balls crosses the line, one of them does not. And the winner, Total Drama 2023, if the Hawk Bros didn't get injured, is Raj. I believe Raj wins here. And, you know, that's my opinion. And if you guys want, I could do a part 2 to this for season 2. Season 2 would be affected because that would mean Raj and Julia would be the team captains and get picked teams, which I think would very much affect. So, alright, hope you guys like this. Goodbye.